Is the AI bubble finally ready to make a really loud pop? 780,000 Windows users finally say, screw you guys, I'm going to Linux. The FCC won't let me be, so we will see after the Chinese hack of security. Hey everyone, this is Jim Atria, Senior Live Online Lead Instructor with MyCC. Welcome back to the IT Blitz. Here's what's happening in the IT world. The AI bubble is getting harder to ignore. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang keeps telling investors there's no AI bubble. Meanwhile, tech companies are set to collectively spend around $400 billion on AI this year, mostly for data centers. OpenAI makes $20 billion in revenue and plans to spend $1.4 trillion on data centers over 8 years. The math doesn't work out. Or as they say, the math isn't mathing. The math doesn't work out unless everyone suddenly starts paying for ChatGPT, and no one's paying for ChatGPT. Goldman Sachs found that the hyperscaler companies have taken on $121 billion in debt over the past year, a 300% increase from typical debt load. They're using special purpose vehicles to keep debt off of balance sheets. Remember Enron? Same financial structure. Meta partnered with Blue Owl Capital for a Louisiana data center financed with $27 billion loan that never shows up on Meta's balance sheet. Then there's the circular deals. NVIDIA is pumping out $100 billion into OpenAI, and OpenAI will use that money to buy NVIDIA chips. NVIDIA is basically subsidizing its own customers. Even true believers are hedging. Sam Altman admitted, are we in a phase where investors as a whole are overexcited about AI? My opinion, yes. In this guy's opinion, no. Here's what it means for you. Learn the fundamentals. When this bubble pops, and it will, companies won't need 5 AI consultants. They'll need people who can keep actual infrastructure running. 780,000 Windows users said screw it and have switched to Linux. Remember when we talked about how people are refusing to upgrade to Windows 11? Turns out they're not upgrading at all. They're leaving Windows entirely. Zorin OS hit 1 million downloads in 5 weeks, and 78% came from Windows systems. That's over 780,000 Windows users. The new progressive web app installer lets users install Office 365, Teams, Google Docs as if they were native applications. OneDrive file system integration is built in. We don't use OneDrive. Wine compatibility has been improved so Windows applications run out of the box. Linux gaming, once a punchline, has had rapid progress thanks to Valve's work on Proton. The timing, Windows 10 support ended in October, and Microsoft has spent 2 years pushing Windows 11 with onerous hardware requirements, background service creep, privacy complaints, and aggressive AI-driven features that nobody wants, right? Here's what this means for you. People would rather learn a completely different operating system than use Windows 11. Let that sink in. You'll be supporting Linux desktop soon. Maybe not a lot, but enough that I don't support Linux won't fly anymore. Get your Linux boots on. The FCC removes telecom security rules after a massive Chinese hack. The FCC reversed a January 2025 ruling requiring U.S. telecom providers to adopt and certify stricter cybersecurity measures. This came after the Salt Typhoon, one of the worst cyber attacks in U.S. history that exposed at least 200 U.S. organizations, plus entities in 80 other countries. The attack allowed the Chinese government to record phone calls, geolocate millions of individuals, and target the U.S. president and vice president. Hackers exploited routers to access and wiretap systems used by federal law enforcement. So what did the FCC do? They claimed the security ruling misconstrued the law and called it unlawful and ineffective. The FCC said telecoms have demonstrated a strengthened cybersecurity posture following the Salt Typhoon hack. I swear some of this stuff just makes no sense, right? One security CEO's take is this is the cyber equivalent of hanging a come and kick me sign on critical infrastructure. Here's what this means for you. Telecoms got massively compromised. The government mandated security standards aren't good enough. The telecoms lobbied against them. The standard got dropped, If you work in the telecom or critical infrastructure, understand that mandatory security standards are politically fragile. Don't assume regulations will force good security. You might be on your own. That's it for the Blitz. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below or articles you'd like to share with us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.